All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's break down today's games. It was day 4 of the Swiss stage. We're going to talk about MDK and GAM and PNG versus T a little bit later. Spoiler alert, I think MDK will win, and I think that Team Liquid will win. I don't have too much to add. I feel like GAM has been figured out in draft. You remove Shyvana and Aurora, and it seems like they don't have any big weapons left. And I think that Team Liquid is really, really good in the bot lane the same way as Pain Gaming is. And I think that Pain Gaming, if they don't have, if they don't have like Yon Sejuani, I don't think that Jinkedo and Karaoke are on like the level to play. And I think Impact is better than Wiser. I think Code JJ and fucking Yon, these are players that are going to contest well against PNG's biggest strength. I think Team Liquid is going to win that 2-0. All right. Bilibili versus T1. I mean, Top East versus Fnatic. I start there, but Top East versus Fnatic, that was a fucking game and a half. I think when the draft came out, bro, so yesterday when I did the breakdown, I was like, I really want Marek Brazzolini to end up on LeBlanc Oriana versus enemy Smolder, and that will give them the highest chances to win. That was my intent. But the idea from Fnatic was to invite Cream on Yon and then to play Smolder themselves and to strengthen their Scanner 1-2 by banning Zyra. That was their plan, to remove the Zyra. But the issue here for me, straight up, is that the enemy team has a crazy strong 1-2-3. This is champions against skirmish at any point of the game. And additionally, Kesant is picked on 3, so Yon is going to have free reign on side, easy peasy. I think that Fnatic were thinking maybe they don't want to play Rumble again. Maybe Rumble was bad. I think that 369 is a player that is decent on Rumble, but when he has carrying all the gold and whatever, I think that, it is what it is, I think in the game like this, bro, who fucking cares? It's fucking Fnatic. Like, it's not the same as playing against Gen G, It's not the same. It really isn't the same. We continue. So Fnatic have drafted themselves a full AD comp that needs to be patient. The idea of this composition, right, against the likes of MF and against the likes of Rumble is to make sure that you use the prio any prio that you have to support the Smolder, to farm and to push, and then to play patient for 20 minutes. I have never seen Fnatic all year to play patient for more than 5 minutes. So them drafting something like this is very strange. Looking at the game, they got the swap off, which was cool. They got the swap, and I think that's good against top esports.
Because M3CU1 donated $10. Quality is high though, appreciate you.
Thank you, M3CU1. I appreciate that you supported the channel so much. I appreciate that. All right, I repeat, top esports is probably the worst fucking lane swap team there is. They are fucking tragic at it. That was cool and all. I like the start was really good, I think, for Fnatic, considering Oscarinin tanked this dive and he did it with poise. Maybe if he fucking Q flashes Tian when he tanks it, maybe he can even get a kill. That's fucking great, Like here he flashes, maybe if he Q flashes Tian, maybe he could have gotten a kill even, and then, if Oscarinin was the go. This is beautiful because they managed to burn Rumble Flash and his TP. They pushed him off with the Leona and the Scanner gank, which is nice. This condition is beautiful, Fnatic. Good job, Fnatic. Fnatic continue. They're on the bottom side. They get the push in. That is chill. They're farming. Humanoid is already on base with refillable. They use June and Scanner Tempo to set up, of course, the Scanner with like the Smolder for success. Razork finds a beautiful gank and Oscarinin combos him. They slap him around. Very nice. He has no flash from before. Fnatic is fucking playing good. Is this the one time where they've activated their inner Gen G and they're going to be able to play a patient game where they patiently wait and strike? Damn, Jackie Love loses his sums too. Damn, it is looking fucking fantastic. Fnatic, they have created opportunities. And the main thing now for Fnatic is that they need to use their prio to gain information. Use prio to get information. Stabilize, 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 stabilize. Stabilize, stabilize, stabilize. We continue. They are looking for a kill here on Jackie Love. Leona and Jin for sure can find lethal, but Jackie Love dodges away and he pieces out and Tian finds a window. I don't mind this play so much. Here, I think Razork needs to walk away. A big problem here is that they combo their abilities pretty poorly. They can CC chain rel quiet for some time and they can walk away, but instead they W send, the Q send, and then Rel gets his spells off, which is followed up by a beautiful Misfortune ultimate. But do not despair so quickly. It's just a kill, no problem. They get a Drake. They should have probably gotten the Drake either way, right? Because they're quite weak on the map with Yone being so strong in potential fights. No problem at all. We are moving forward. This, I think, was a little bit of an overcommitment for Fnatic. Don't need to use double TP. I think just TP with K'Sante and hold Smolder TP. But it seems like Fnatic is eager to make any play a successful play. They want to win the game on those. All right, we continue forward. Now, all of a sudden, you know, on the backtrack, that's why we don't like the TP, is because Top Esports can, of course, cover the re-entry into mid, even though they killed Jackalov who had no sums. Oscarini finds a way to flip Tian into the turret and he gets away with it, but for some reason Fnatic overcommit and they just want to end the game on every play. Like, this is a fucking scanner, K'Sante out of gas, and then June here. Like, this is not the way. Giving a kill back and Rumble getting a lot of playthings in bot. But once again, a little bit of a lead for Top Esports was no problem at all. That's something that we can live with. Here, Smolder fantastically is in bottom lane, cancels a 369 base. What is gonna happen here? This should mean that Smolder is free to push. No pressure on Smolder. We can move with Skana Leona into topside and begin to provide relief to Oscarinin. Is that the play? No. For some reason, Smolder and Skarner want to dive with no information at all, no wards on the map. June is looking at this and thinking, what the fuck is my team doing? What the fuck is my team doing? I don't want to, I'm not there, man. Just let me place my wards. Help me. We pushed bot all the way. You canceled Rumble base. It's a beautiful situation. Oh. Oh my days. Oh my days. We continue deep. And it's just the idea here that's so strange that a Smolder and a Skarner are doing the dive double down, the flip. That is not the way. All right, Shojin, we're looking for the scaling still. The game enemy has 6 grubs, 1.5k gold lead. Maybe we can deal with it. Maybe we can deal with it. Jackie Love used both sums. Beautiful. All right, let's see what we can cook up here. We're doing the Drake, which is pretty fucking wild. I thought that blue side is gonna fucking fight here, but they are respecting Oscarini and TP. Cool. Let's move on. Top Esports secure Rift Herald, no problem. Right now, Smolder is pushing bot their trading side. That's no problem. That's no problem. We continue. We continue. We continue. Right now, Smolder is pushing out and we are chasing a Rumble kill. We cannot be trading sides like this, guys. We're committing 4-man to kill a Rumble and a K'Sante TP. Like, everybody wanted an assist. People are playing like this is the reverse of playing for KDA. We're TPing with everybody, committing with everybody. What are we doing here, man? We're losing mid turret. We're losing top turret. The enemy uses Herald on top turret too. Oh my days. All you gotta do is secure secures to make sure the Smolder can play on the neutral and then go back into mid. Be on the mid wave and then you decide depending on what the enemy shows. Top tier 1 probably dead because you own TPs, that's okay. But here Fnatic think to themselves, Fnatic said, Top Esports took our turret. We will take their lives, forgetting completely once again that their Smolder is 150. We continue. Here is the moment. They send it in. Smolder on a TP flank. He doesn't want to TP to the turret because he's afraid of the turret falling. I get that. Alright. Smolder's on a TP flank. We're committing all the way. At some point, Top Esports realize, hey, they're weak as fuck. Why are they walking on us? Don't tread on me. And they turn and they snap. I think that Top Esports was just as surprised as everybody else was. They are rushing at us with these fucking champs? Guys, just fucking go on them. Oh, they are useless. Damn. Fucking Jin with 4 bullets and Smolder with no stacks is gonna kill us, bro. Full AD comp. Oh my days. And it's just acceleration. Acceleration, acceleration. Fnatic gave Top Esports every entry to accelerate when they had quite good starts. Silliness, if you ask me. Here I think Top Esports could have just done Nash after they chunked Smolder as no TP, burned his flash. At this point, the game is very difficult because Nash is online and they get the snap and then GG. And right now, we know already 6 grubs Nasher. I said in the comms when I was watching it on Ghost Stream, this game is going to end. We're going to have the game speed record here for sure because Fnatic's going to find a way to accelerate even this one. Sure, enemy has grubs Nash, okay, but then we see this catch and then Humanoid is on the mid wave and then Cream gets another chance to jump on Humanoid. It looks like Humanoid gave up. Tough, man. Tough. Terrible. Tough. So back to the point, right? I think Orianna LeBlanc Vi was a fucking crazy good read. It's a crazy good read because these are exactly the champions I wanted Fnatic to play. And I think the moment the enemy team banned Orianna LeBlanc, they had no answer into Smolder, so they pivoted the ban. June said in an interview, last night they prepared, Yone was supposed to be banned, but they didn't have an answer into Smolder first pick when Orianna LeBlanc was out. But they should be willing to play Syndra into it, right? They should be willing to play Syndra into it. I think that should be okay, no? So I don't know. I think just if Cream is on Yone, I think it's just finito, bro. Finito. I don't think you have odds there, bro. That's why I was saying all day yesterday, the best chance against top esports is to let them have the weaker early game Smolder and then to play the mages into it. So this is just terrible. Terrible across the board. If there's anything redeeming about Fnatic, I do think that June and Noah have had a decent tournament. I think everybody else is kind of eh. Razok has been okay, but also made a couple of mistakes that stood out to me, you know. I think that, you know, I don't know what to think of Fnatic, guys. I really don't know. I think it's time to move on. So, Oscarine as well as had a rough one. Somehow won yesterday's game on Nar. Alright, Billy versus T1. Billy versus T1. Holy moly, bro. T1 find the way to fucking get it done again, bro. It's like fool me once. Shame on you. Fool me twice. Shame on me. Fool me a third time. Oh my days. Billy. I think, looking at LPL as a whole, I do have to say that Billy and Weibo Gaming, their draft reads have been atrocious. I think that Billy draft prep, Weibo Gaming draft prep has been the worst out of any major region. I think that's 100% true for me. I think their draft reads have been horrible. If we look back at some of the Weibo games, right, it's like Weibo Gaming, this one, they play against the range comp, they almost lost here. This was a game that they should have lost, in my opinion. We have the Billy versus LNG, the Orianna first pick, and then the Kisanta and the Rumble knocked on Yone on him in team, just giving Yone to scout, right? I think that this one is fine, right? Because MDK just picked Syndra into Vi. But imagine in this game, guys, Billy, like nobody picked Yone here. I think if anything, you look at this and you're thinking, what the fuck is Mad Lions up to, you know? People in the chat, it says people in the chat complaining about Knight. Like, I am the biggest Bin fan, right? Biggest Bin fan, but Bin has not had a good tournament by the standard that he has set for himself. He really hasn't. If people blaming Knight, they are just narrative Andes, you know? Really narrative Andes. I was watching your VOD and there were so many people clowning the Silas pick in draft. Yeah, the Silas pick wasn't that great. The Silas pick wasn't that great, I think. Still. I think people blaming Knight for this tournament is absolutely crazy. Because look at this, right? Let's take a look at this. We have Billy versus LNG, right? Billy versus LNG. Up until this most important point of the game, like here, it's like sure you could say that his TP was ass. But right now they're winning hard, and he has played fucking really well, bro. He's played really fucking well. Here there was a situation, right, where you can look at Bin, and I didn't notice this live, so I get it if you didn't either. Like I didn't notice this live, but you can look at this, and then look at this Poppy position. He gets one-tapped because Poppy gets delivered onto him. This is in Nocturne. To react to this is close to impossible. Like, Bin just sells him. And this is the fight that decides the game, right? The red side composition is better, so you can't make those type of mistakes for Bilibili. And then at this point, like, red side is in the winning position, you know? Today, like, looking at the game, to just still finish up the thoughts on draft, I really don't like these Poppy picks. I think Poppy, when he's not winning lane, I think Poppy in the lane swap meta as well is worse. Poppy when you're not winning lane, I think it's just such a fucking meme when you pick Poppy for the sake of blocking dashes. I think this is not like a realistic proposition most of the time. I think that you put too much weight on one ability. I don't think it's so fucking black and white. And then you're blind picking Poppy. The answers into Poppy are all the casters, all the mages, right? You have Poppy in this spot, and enemy team can choose so many champs. This is Kriya's dream position. He doesn't have to play melee champ. He can just fucking match with a range together with Kalista. That's a dream spot for Kriya, right? I don't like the 4-5. I don't like the 4-5. Knight, it feels like Bilibili just went to comfort. Thought Knight's Ahri is the best in the world per K rule, but lol? What do you mean? I don't know. It's so crazy how people like to hate on Knight and Chovy. I don't know where this delusion comes from. I don't know, bro. It's really, really, really crazy. Knights was smurfing this game. Knight wasn't the reason they lost, but his Ahri wasn't that impressive. But I think that you are officially black mirrored, my friend. I'm going to just completely ignore everything that you say, because honestly, everything that you've said is so dumb. Like, even yesterday, you were so dumb. So, I think if we look at this, right, they picked Ahri first pick. They wanted to deny it of Faker. Faker found Silas. At this point, you know, with these bans, Orianna, Yone, Aurora out, and so forth, I think that the main thing that is strange, right, is like Ahri and Skarner is not the best pairing, man. It's not the best pairing. And so it goes back to the initial thing. I think Vi first pick what they did on the initial day, right? It's weird because I think the evolution of drafts is like this. The evolution of draft is like this in my mind. It's like Yone, and then you have the Smolder evolution that branches out into Orianna, right? It branches out into Orianna and LeBlanc and Syndra. But if these two champions are out, right, then it opens up the Vi evolution, and the mages don't like to play against Vi, and then you go for the Vi combos, right? And this is where like the comfort begins to break. This is where comfort begins to break. On the first day, they were prioritizing Vi over, of course, Yone. But now, which was wrong in my opinion, because they gave Scout Yone. And here in this spot, when this is the evolution, these champions are out. This is the angles that you go in, right? This is the evolution of mid jungle draft. And I think that if you want to have the Vi is the connector. And Orianna was banned, so Orianna's out. So they went for Ahri, and then Vi gets locked in, and then you can just match, and the enemy doesn't have the combo. You get the Skarner, but I think Skarner Vi doesn't pack the same punch, you know? It's just not the same, right? It's just not the same. And then here from this spot, you can pick Syndra as an example, right? You can go Syndra. Like, some players are going to pick Syndra. Some people are going to pick Silas. And some people are going to pick Akali as well, right? Some people are going to do that. They pick Jax for the comforts. And they had the enemy team took Gnar from before. And that's it, you know? That's it. So these are just the evolutions. I think in these spots, when Smolder, Yone, and so forth is out, I do think that Vi priority should be higher. Especially if you are on the side of wanting to play the Ahri. Because if the enemy goes Ahri, I think that you have options still. You know? You have options still. Because now we're going deeper at this point. I think that you're going deeper at this point, and I think that this is just what we saw the entire year, right? This triangle here. Okay. So on top of that, I do think that still, I think that the Silas lock-in, I think is dangerous. All right, I was talking about Talia and whatever, right? And then I was talking about Silas. I didn't think Silas was that good, but apparently I didn't realize this. 40.9 patch notes. This is something that my chat helped me with. 40.9 patch notes. Silas fixed a bug that caused Silas to not gain a charge of Essence Rush on takedown when he had stolen Ari's ultimate. I didn't know. Because I played a lot of Silas. But this year, honestly, I played solo to solo queue. But I played a lot of Silas, and I knew for the longest time that this wasn't the case. But then someone went into practice tool, and then someone said 40.9, this was changed. And this is massive, right? Because now he has a pretty fucking decent ult, you know? But usually when Silas is picked, especially like together with the Vi jungle, usually in these spots, it's picked when, enemy has Alistar, Maokai, because you need to, like usually Silas gets, like you saw the Silas spot of Damwon, right? Silas spot of Damwon was really, really juicy, you know, because it was Alistar, Maokai, Amumu, and so forth, right? These are the type of spots we usually see. So I didn't think that Silas was that great here. I didn't think it was that great. I thought that this was something that, this is just you pick for comfort. They follow up with Kaiser Ziggs ban, and I think that Renata ban, I understand it because Red Side is different, but giving Kalista here on 4, I think they just were really sold by the fact that Poppy is going to deal with their comp well. But I think this Poppy support has probably been the biggest bait of this tournament. Like, I think that, I think it's the biggest bait of the tournament. Let's just pull up Game of Legends. Let's pull up Game of Legends and look at Poppy. Let's look at Poppy support, 14-18. 14-18 Poppy support. I feel like this champion is never fucking winning, bro. That's how I feel. On lost, Moham lost against LNG, okay? Broken Blade lost. I think that was a great, like Poppy will look fucking strong. There's Poppy top, right? So it's not the same. Crispy versus Genji, Movie Star, Pain Gaming. We got Poppy supports. All right, it's not even being picked that much, so it's fine. I think it's pretty fucking piss weak, if I'm gonna be honest. I think it's. I think that looking at this spot, right? I think that you just need to look for. You just want to pick something that's going to win lane harder. I just feel like the Kalista on 4. I don't know what is the best answer here. I don't know what the best answer is here. Like, ideally you pick something like Draven, fucking Renata or something like this, but the enemy gets a counter, right? And I feel like Kalista and answer support is so strong. Like Draven with counter support, like if Kalista has counter support, Draven is not so great, you know? And Elk is not that big of a Draven player. We're just talking like thinking hypothetically, you know? So Poppy and Jhin, this looks like such a weak 4-5 in my opinion. I'm happy to see that Kalista has way more and more prior because I think this champion is really fucking strong. Lucian Nami, honestly, I think Lucian Nami could be a thing. It's just that the enemy has Vi jungle, you know? Like Lucian Nami could be a thing. Like you already removed Renata, so enemy will pick Nautilus. It's just that the enemy has Vi, so I understand where they are coming from. It's just enemy has Vi and your enemy has Kalista and last pick support. It's hard to pick like a good bot lane. Poppy is pretty much obligatory there. I don't think so. I think Poppy is giga overrated. I just don't think it's good. If the enemy picks a support where you get Poppy value, I think that's okay. But if you are blinding Poppy and you're losing lane, this champion doesn't do shit, guys. It really doesn't do shit. You should just probably just pick Rel or fucking Leona here. But okay, I think T1, good draft prep, you know. I think the Vi takeaway, I think Nar vs Jax is evenish. I think it's whatever. Silas, like it was just comfort pick, you know. And then the Kalista Nico, I think was massive. All right, let's take a look at the game. This game, I think that T1 came out of the early game in really, really good state. There was a lane swap that Bilibili initiated where they wanted to get away from it. This was fucking marvelous too, because Wei is showing now, and it means that Vi is now pressuring Jax on the slow push out. I think that I think it's huge. Nara's just slow pushing out, and Vi is now showing on top because the tempo of Skarner is really bad. This trade is also fucking delicious here from T1's bot lane. They fucking do a great job. They find the fucking trade after Wei was bought. The timing of it is really nice. This is very, very bad from Bilibili's bot lane. T1 owner is harassing the Jax, so he can't contest a slow push out, which means that the Nara is stronger on the grubs. Like the synergy of everything that is going down here is fantastic. They push him out so they get one grub at least, and then they go into bottom side. Shout out to Faker as well for having like good CS conditions, which is super good as well. I think being even in such conditions is something to give props for sure. We continue. Here we have the CC chain onto Vi, who was trying to ult the Skarner, which works. And then in the end, here we saw a moment where I believe the Faker gets the reset, or I might be crazy. I think he gets the reset. Nice flash here on the charm, gets the reset, and here you see him getting another ult charge. You see it in the red there. Like it's different. He doesn't have like the... like you see Silas has the red bar, so it's basically divided in three. He used one, and then he used two, and then you see he has one more flashes, and then he gets two, and then he ults out of the Jin W. Very nice flash, but in the end it's just a simple 2 for 2, right? Because Owner died. 2 for 2. The key thing is just that Bilibili didn't get the Drake, and T1's bot lane gains so much fucking initiative here because On died, you know? On died. So once again, it's a win for T1. The game state is really good so far. They get the Drake as well. They secured the majority of the objectives, and their bot lane is fucking level 6 with the Kalista and the Nico. Faker as well being in fucking even conditions is fucking beautiful. Here in this spot, I think it's understandable why they don't want to fight, because right now Skarner is a beast. Skarner is an absolute beast, and this matters. Like Zeke's convergence, Skarner, he's like a fucking machine at this point in the fight. I understand why T1 don't want to contest this, because Zeus is also pushing. They are soft contesting to make sure that Bilibili commit 4-man to being here, and then Jax had to walk because he had no TP. Like, this is a fine play from T1, because now Jax has to cross back into bottom, and it means that Zeus is going to pick up a plating, you know? And this turret is so low now, and in the race of things, this of course matters. Here I think Bilibili, they are crossing too deep. I think the map shape here really matters, because Elk can't connect to the fight, and Bilibili are very weak in their trio. Like the Poppy, Skarner, Jin is a very weak trio. They don't have a lot to offer, you know? Usually if you have like Jin and melee support, you kind of want a jungler in the 3v3 to be strong in the fight. Otherwise you don't take these type of fights, and your support and your jungle connect with your mid laner, right? So here we have the ult on the Poppy. It doesn't connect it with Wei, but we have the Vi ult, and Wei dies, which is of course once again a big win. You see that Ahri hovered to the play and Kalista gets the prio, and I really like this move here from Gumayushi. They realized that, yo, the top play, T1 won it, and it was very nice here for Kalista to walk down into bot and then get the tower. Very nice. They get the first tower, and economically right now it's like Nara's gonna get Trinity Force first, which matters a shit ton. Here I didn't understand again, like Bilibili are just looking to snap. Like, this is very uncharacteristic and bad. Like, they're looking to one-shot Zeus, but there's a big ask when he has flash and E for them to CC chain when Wei is coming from an obvious angle. Very nice read from Owner once again to just fucking be here. For me, Owner was the MVP of this fucking game. I think that he played so good. Like, he was always there, always played the fights fucking marvelously. I think that Owner played a fucking tremendous game, dude. Tremendous game. We continue. They secure the Herald, and then they cross into the Drake space as well. It's like right now, Billy is so late on the Drake and they're trying to trade objectives, but T1 is just crossing through. And I really like what Faker does here, bro. Faker just, you know, he just fucking contests this. He sees Ari on bot. He knows that Jax is not going to be here. He contests this. I really like that Faker fights back here. And now his teammates are going to come in and he's going to put down the work, you know. And now On and Way are just out of position. We continue. They get the Drake and they got the Herald. It's fucking nice. Trinity Force finished. And here I was surprised, bro. I was surprised that Skarner has so much damage. Faker obviously needs to flash a Skarner ult, and that's how he lives, because Skarner ult's here. He tries to E out of it, but Way releases, of course, the R charge. And I think just Skarner damage was incredible here, man. Crazy. And then the continuation, they're trying to fuck with On here, who ease the clone, and then we have the CC chain with the Vi ultimate. Of course, Poppy W doesn't work on that. They kill him, but the Snapjack's TP is kind of nice. Very, very nice Snapjack's TP. Bin is ready to go, and they're between turrets, and of course, with Faker dying, they're outnumbering. I think here Zeus in this spot should fucking go and attack Elk. Like, he should just dive, bro. Like, he should just dive. He should kill him. I think that he can. He has flash, and Elk has no sums. Not sure why Zeus is not, he didn't catch the boomerang, maybe that's why he didn't go, but I think Elk is just dead here if he wants to. Bin comes from the flank, they Kalista ult, and then Gumuyushi gets CC chained. He gets flashed on, Kalista's flash was kind of short here, and Bin gets a kill. So Billy fight back, they strike back. This is also a crucial moment here because Ari is extending her stay on top side because she really wants to finish her Liandry's before the Drake fight. And this is going to be a very important detail of what comes next. Faker also using Ari ult, probably the best ult he can have in these fights, as mentioned before. Billy here. Knight is just staying on top because he wants to base for Liandry, but here he stays for one more wave. He stays for one more wave. And the issue is that this fight that Bin takes place before Knight gets to base, and that's a very bad thing. You can definitely, I think here just this Bin trade and them initiating with the Silas, I think the idea is that they know that Ari wants to base. And here Ari doesn't base, TPs with half HP, bad conditions. Faker based before. I think them forcing this, a big part of the plan was noting that Knight's conditions weren't the best, and this secures him the Drake. Very nice move from T1. Forcing the 2v2, both channeling TP, and Knight looking to get something because he knows his conditions are shit. Very nice. And I think that here, I look at Bin, right? I look at Bin. He was not in sync with his mid laner, while Zeus was in sync with his mid laner, right? I look at Bin here. People that blame Knight for this is being very dishonest, I think. We continue. So that's T1 on Soul Point. The game position is fucking marvelous. Really good. Let's continue. Here is Bin solos Bolo. He has Zeke's arm guard. He just commits on Zeus, probably because he used E. I'm not so sure what Bin saw, but it's a solo kill, and he uses Zeke's arm guard. He uses Zeke's arm guard, but he just finishes Hourglass. Why does he have glasses on? It's the age-old question. This is a secret that only the glasses wearers know. And if you're outside the club, you will never find out why people wear glasses. So Bin gets a solo kill. He's back in conditions. He's going to finish Hourglass, which is nice, I don't think Bin would die, but I think he just dropped it because he's finishing Hourglass on next base, which is fine, right? No love lost here for sure. I think that his Witsend purchase on 3 was pretty bad. We continue. I think this play was really good from Billy too. I think this is one of the main criticisms that people have towards Zeus, and is that in terms of how they sync towards how they play on waves, Zeus is definitely a top laner that you can kill on side, Definitely a top laner that you can kill on side, and this is where Silas matches to TP. I think that Bin does a good job of dodging the Silas ultimate here that he steals from Skarner. He just walks past him, gets a stun, and Zeus has no flash from before when he died. And he has this Bin Hourglass as well. Knight is here, On is here, Jin is here, the whole gang is here. Very nice collapse. This is something that, of course, T1 has had as an issue for quite some time. They continue on now with the Nash. I think the Nash play does make sense. They don't have the greatest Nash damage with Jin and Ari. I think the key detail is just how On is using and channeling his ultimate. I think if it's more in unison and in sync with his team, finishing the Nasher, I think it could have been a lot better. But here Gumayushi and Owner just turn into fucking Superman. I think this angle the Bilibili come from is as if they are playing for the turn, but I think at some point this was playing for the finish. They knew that Owner is going to, Owner position was known, but that is in part because of Poppy's position too. And then there are two people in this spot when in reality I kind of want one of them in this angle. I think if Bin is here and Poppy's here, I think Poppy has an easier time hitting the Poppy ult that is going to be so crucial for the Nash take. They bounce out and look at the snap here from Vi. The moment On's ult goes away, they snap, they go, they send it. Keria has his ult, he CCs too, but Gumayushi just fucking drags him, bro, and they just fucking snap. And that was just fucking Owner and Gumayushi finding the angle. I loved it, man. For me, Owner and Gumayushi just played so damn well. Just let's get the live replay with the audio as well. Look at Vi's timing of the Q as well. He Qs over the wall the moment the on ult is gone, snaps on the Jin, and then Gumayushi and Zeus are wrapping around for the collapse. And I think if Bilibili, if you want to look at the feedback that you do here, only one person should be in the pocket here that they're in. And then I think that On should hold ult a little bit longer and they should look for finish. I think the Bin should have been in the pit. And I think that when the enemy curves out and look for this pocket and they move around and they're in fog, you need to be willing to go into the pit too. Because you're getting collapsed on from that angle, right?
Up on the side is the Poppy.
Owner and Keria worked well here. I think Keria, honestly, I love Keria on Nico, but I do think that he didn't contribute super much in this game.
Looking to lock up Elf. Where's the follow-up going to go? Keria trying to dissuade Guma, knock back to the wall, the flat four, going to try to finish on the first AD carry.
And sometimes that's the game that you're playing, but...
Popping off in the clutch moment, but Ben ready to turn it right back. That's the ultimate.
And this was a massive winner, and now we have the soul point coming up.
When you're Jin in that situation, it's so hard to
soul
do
point coming up.
You need space to work. You need space in the team fights. T1 now setting up for soul point.
I think that Faker had good early game, but I think that his death to Skarner Ari was pretty bad for the game. I think that the TP situation was more on Zeus, I guess, because he matched TP and died. I think he could have played that better. I think this situation he could have played better as well. I think if Bin doesn't make this mistake, T1 just kind of lose their whole Nash because Bin kind of sells this whole fight. So here, Bin is just pushing out Keria. Keria has flash and Callisto ult soon. Here Faker ease, but a very nice Poppy ult, and the timing here is just awful, you know? Faker ease in and two of his teammates get out. I think his idea was to cancel the Poppy out. That's his whole idea. And it ends up, his position just ends up being very, very bad. His idea is to cancel Poppy E, and the timing is just off, so he ends it here, right? This is just bad. Bin right now, I think he lost track of the fact that these two guys are gonna come for him. I think he completely lost track. Because I think the Poppy ult sent him here and he just fucking didn't realize. And that's the only way I can explain this, because what Bin is doing is really bad. Regardless of reason, right? Bin could just queue over to the ward here now and T1 would have done nothing with the Nash. Nothing with the Nash. But Bin is just here, I don't know, he's fishing. I don't know what he's doing, bro.
He so graciously stole. Finally, we'll get it back, trying to burn it through. At least on carry off on the side. A massive ulti, but now Elk is ready to open up. The curtain's called. One shot, two. Health bar's too high for him to do anything.
And the fight extension. Keria gets one tapped.
They're trying to take down Guma. Guma lied. A massive zone out. But now Elk is ready to open up the curtain. But they're salvaging.
But they already ulted. This is of course a big win for T1. They push out, they get tier 2. That's still fine. They get a lot of fucking gold. Faker actually draws 4 people despite bad position.
Low, Guma gets CC'd, which means the carrier then drops. Knight sees an angle to
no, it's just unfortunate. He's trying to cancel the Poppy ult. He's trying to cancel the Poppy ult. And the timing of the Poppy ult is that it flies, you know? It's as simple as that. He didn't fucking... After that, his position is trash. And if Bin he bought a lot of time. That time, he didn't buy any time. If Bin queues over the wall, there is no play, guys. There's no play. I think it's important that we praise Faker for when he plays. Any player, we praise them for when they play good, and talk about their mistakes when it's mistakes, guys.
Down Gumayushi, but then again, it's that top jungle combo to clean up the fight.
If they target focus sides, the fight is over. Yeah, there's no fight. Yeah,
Not focused down.
there's no fight at all.
I mean, he needs his dive buddy of Bin there with him, and Bin was just shut out. He tried to make the TP flank selection, has been.
Now T1 take full control of the Nash area. At this point, they're just flowing in gold. Very, very awkward for Bilibili because in the end, they're in a spot where they need to decide to contest for Nash, contest for Soul. It's just the nature of Soul, right? Very easy, straightforward. Here, this fight Faker plays fucking good because he gets the Poppy ult on Ahri, and that's legit as fuck, right? Here, I think Bin doesn't tether to the situation well, and I think that there's an issue in the gold department. Here, the Poppy ult onto Ahri is super important. Knight needs to fucking flash this or dodge this, you know?
Bin on the backside trying to finish off Owner, but I don't think he's strong enough. Can go Golden. GA, burn. But where's the rest of the damage? Where's the rest of the follow-up? It does not matter. T1 are just stronger in the 5v5.
BLG, it looked like that they were going to turn.
I don't know, Bin does the same shit again. Like Bin just doesn't seem super aware. I don't know, like Bin just walks in. Like, look where his team is at, man. He just walks in. Very strange. I think Bin really deserves a lot of flack for this game. I think that Bilibili prep work is horrible. Their prep work is horrible. Like, I think it's miserable to play Poppy this game. Playing Poppy support against fucking Nico support is miserable. It's miserable. I think that you know, LNG and top esports, I think they've looked a lot better than Bilibili and Weibo because of the preparation, right? After this, I think the game is just pretty much over, right? Because Bilibili have no options here. Bin is dead, and they have to face check. Very easy counter engage. GG, right? You always said that you're not a fan of Korea, but he's on champs that don't contest mid-wave with Gumayushi. I think that basically the way Korea is best when his job is to get vision around mid. And I think with Nico that makes sense. He's throwing his clone out, spotting on. That's what he did the entire game. And that's really good. Korea comfort zone. Then Korea is one of the best suppos in the world. In this context. Kalista, Nico, beautiful. The flaw that you see sometimes, like we saw fights on side, for example, Zeus died, Silas died. That is pretty bad, you know? Poppy was fine. I don't think Poppy was fine. Yes. I really don't think Poppy is fine. What is On good at? He's good. He's great at melee supports. He's great at contesting 3v3s, contesting sides. This is his biggest strength. And then he is better on the Lulus. He's a great Renato too. Like, I think he's super fucking good on everything that is conventional.
But there is Faker to finish the job alongside.
I think Poppy, guys, I really hate playing Poppy, like picking Poppy support when the enemy pick Korea on 5. But if you watch until 2022, Korea was the best soup on Engage soup. Yeah, but the time has changed. Times have changed. I think he had a good Rakan game. Very good Rakan game. But anyhow, I just wanted to highlight. Look at Top Esports prep, right? I feel like Top Esports do a good job of prepping. Orianna, LeBlanc, Vi. Like, they are in tune, bro. Like, this was my read. I was like, Fnatic really should play Orianna, LeBlanc, bro. That was my whole read. And like, I watched Fnatic the whole year, right? The Orianna, LeBlanc, Vi, really good prep. They got the Yone first pick somehow. They knew if Yone gets banned here on 3, they're gonna first pick Smolder. They're super happy, right? Really good prep work. You have LNG with their prep work, right? LNG, they're fucking, how they decimated Damwon. Damwon lost the plot completely, bro. He lost the plot completely, right? Like, Damwon didn't know what the fuck hit him. LNG and Top Esports, great fucking prep work, you know? T1 also, good fucking prep work, you know? And in the BO1s, it really fucking shines through. It really, really shines through, man. It really, really shines through. Okay, FlyQuest PSG, bro. Let's just watch Whipple be wide. So we had this conversation yesterday when we talked about like the Genji comp, right? the Genji comp, Aurora, Nocturne, Ari, right? People are talking about like here, why is there no Ivan coming through? Cassio could be picked, whatever. I think a crucial detail, a very important detail is you have to notice the flow of the draft. The flow of the draft is super important. I think in a lot of cases, I think it's wrong to always assume that they would pick the same regardless of what the enemy would pick. I think Aurora is something that is flexible enough to be blind picked, and Nocturne is basically the placeholder for Genji for Vi, right? I think in these spots, right, they pick Yone, Aurora, Nocturne, Ari. Okay, that's the rotation. Genji first pick Aurora, the enemy, How Alive goes Vi, Rumble, and then enemy goes Nocturne, Ari. We can't assume that they would pick Aurora, Nocturne, Ari regardless of what enemy picks on 1-2, you know? I think an issue here is, of course, in this draft is How Alive is, of course, not playing Aurora. That's a problem. And then in the final game, enemy picks Smolder and they go Aurora, Nocturne. It's like, you could be in a world here where, okay, let's say you pick Ivan in this spot against Nocturne showing. I think that's fine. I think that could be a play, right? Ivan here, and then you play the game and you try to defend your Smolder from the enemy hard commit. But I think some compositions, like champions like Swain were mentioned, like Cassio were mentioned. It's just important to understand that not every draft has played out the same. Because in this spot here, the unique part of the PSG draft is the fact that enemy goes Vi, Ari 1-2. Right? Vi, Ari gets picked 1-2. So the mid lane pairing together with Ivan and the answer into Ari is very specific. Right? I like the Ivan Cassio a lot. I think that Vi, Ari will have a hard time breaking Cassio. And then enemy pick Nar on 3. It is almost as if, like, the Jack spam was kind of weird. I thought they're going to ban Vi here, or they're going to ban Nar here. I think in a world where PSG banned Ivan on 3, I think that it would have been a lot better. You can see in other cases where teams are setting up for their Vi is what comes through. Let me find the moment, because Ivan bans have come through. Let me find them. I think it might have been against Weibo Gaming, maybe? No, where is it? Weibo Gaming here? No, where's the Ivan ban that came through, guys? Trying to find it. Trying to find the Ivan ban. DK versus Fly? Could that be the one? DK versus Fly? DK versus Fly. What is that one? DK versus Fly, Ivan ban. Vi first pick. DK, they got the plot. They got the memo. I think the Kalista ban was odd from PSG. But nevertheless, Renekton, Ivan, Cassio, Vi, Ari are quite miserable. Everybody's kind of bulky. Nar, and then you follow up with Jin, even less damage than before. I think this is a game where you should have the balls to blind pick Kai'Sa. If you don't have the balls to blind pick Kai'Sa in this spot, then you are a little bit of a liability here, I think, in this spot. Especially because you ban Xayah, right? You ban Xayah, pick Kai'Sa here and see what's up. Kalista, Zhao, like, just fucking pick Xayah, I think. I mean, Kai'Sa, sorry. Would have been a lot better, I think, with this comp, because they need some fucking DPS to do some bulk. But I think across the board, FlyQuest have the better draft. We predicted it in the Discord. Remember to join the Discord. We got everything right today except the fucking the Billy game. The Billy blindness got to me, guys. All right, Billy versus FlyQuest versus EST. Let's pull it up. This game, I think that Whipple gave. I think the FlyQuest looked a little bit iffy in the early game. They gave away a couple of kills, quad dying like this, with no flash from before. He gets killed by Betty. PSG looked like they were going to steal a game away here, because FlyQuest looked giga stiff in the way they played. I don't have like a sharp memory of exactly what went wrong for FlyQuest in the early game. Oh yeah, I remember actually. There was a situation where there was a map trade. Because FlyQuest have 5 grubs, we have the map trade onto the enemy. Let me see the perfect moment. I think it's coming up very soon here, guys. I think this is the one. This is the one. They're going for Bwipo. He's stealing the wave. He's going to Renekton ult there. And he's going to steal the wave. Nara's going to do the same. I don't like that Ivan is not going bot to dive the Nar with his homies, because Nar gets away with taking the wave and then piecing out. I think this is a person, this is a nerd that should die here. But Ivan's on mid, okay, they use Herald, no problem, I don't mind that. The enemy TPs to defend. I don't know why FlyQuest don't walk away. I didn't like this play. I think this really put them on the back foot here, because Inspire gets killed off the Jhin route, and I don't know why he walks back. I really don't know why he walks back. Very bad. Busio dies too, and all of the summoners of course, FlyQuest, besides Inspire's Flash and Mouse's Flash, are being used. This is not something that you can give away. It's really not good. I think an issue for PSG is that they can't really press their advantages super hard because they don't have any Nash damage. I don't know why it's loading so slow. I just want to show the wide Whipple. The widest Whipple finds them all. We are just lagging here. Let's find the whip. Maybe here. Alright, it might be the one. Here comes Whip. He's punching the wall for rage. He's the biggest space creator on Earth. There ever was a term that was fitting for the big Belgian croco. He loses a mid turret. Trying to find the engage that he sent. Look at this one. The game changer by Whip. Never seen a crocodile do something so wide. He's forward, gets the W, the empowered, Sterak Gauge pops and he knows it. Whip was like the ultimate Sterak Gauge enjoyer, bro. I like it, man. I like it. Ultimate Sterak Gauge enjoyer, and this fight that he just started wins them, of course, the game. They got the Nash, it was beautiful. Then finally we have a fight from Masu, where I think Pusio kind of whiffs his Leon ultimate onto the homies. It's coming up right here. He whips his Leon ultimate onto the homies. It was Woody. Woody here takes a plant. He gets, I don't know if he gets griefed by his team. He just hits the plant himself. Like, this is, he should die here, I think. Not sure why he doesn't. And then we have this situation here where Whipple flashes and misses. Thank God that Maso hits the W here on Jhin, because Jhin, I think in this moment needs to flash over the wall and peace out. I don't know where he's going, bro. This was the weirdest flash ever. But at least Maso hit that W, hit the gritty, and then Whipple survives. And that's it. That's it. Like Masu, bro. Masu, I said it on stream. I feel like he is the North American Pays. I think that he has like really cool moments. I think that he plays very safe throughout the game. And I like how he plays, you know? I think in a team where he has teammates that have, you know, some chaos elements to them, you need someone that plays very safe and steps up when he needs to, right? I think the Damwon game is also like a good example of, oh, the game is in shambles and he stepped up to the table with Ashe. Up to the play. I think that Masu is a very strong player, you know? I like him. I like him. I feel like he's North American Pays. But Yamato Pays is so much better. That's not the comparison, guys. Yeah. And Whippo, I don't know. Whippo, he is. It's like imagine you eat at a Michelin star restaurant, okay? Yeah, you eat at the Michelin star restaurant, but like the chef that is cooking the food for you kind of doesn't like you. So he hides like little bones in the meal. Alright? So you're eating, you're enjoying yourself, and then you're like, what the fuck? Your tooth hurts, you're like, what the fuck is this bone? You put it down on the table, you continue eating your meal. If that bone kills you, horrible. But you're enjoying quite a nice meal. And that's Whipple. Whipple does shit that is insanely bad And sometimes it can lose you the whole game. But he always bounces back. And his level is really, really fucking high. But sometimes you're just fucking shocked about what he does on the Rift. Like that Urgot game against Jax against Impact. And you're like, damn. What the hell? But then in this game, he died 2v1, right? And then he had a fucking brilliant game. He had a brilliant game. He had a brilliant game. All right. Final game. Some euphoria to top us off. Some euphoria to top us off. G2 versus Weibo Gaming. I have to say, when I was watching G2 versus Weibo Gaming in draft, I was so fucking scared. I was so scared because I thought, right here, I thought that the red side would pivot to Nocturne and Orianna. I thought they are pivoting to Nocturne Orianna here from 4-5, and I think that that would have been a really, really good angle for them. But they locked in Maokai. And maybe I can pull up my reaction because I think that's the purest thing that I can show here. My reaction. Let me just open up. Let me. Videos. Boom. Boom. Weibo Gaming.
Regardless of what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't convinced.
I think it's the best thing I can show, guys.
We'll see if things.
Best thing I can show. This is not going mid, guys. You guys are talking about mid flex, but there is nothing that Jao is gonna pick that is gonna make this champion good mid. I think this is just Galio top at this point.
He's always been someone to try new stuff on the top side of the map, and we'll see if he does bring out the gallows.
That is a cute book and a cute pocket square, bro. How much is Rodrigo getting paid by this weeb company? Probably a shit ton. I want to buy one. Give me a link. This has nothing to do with anything. Weibo Gaming is just dizzy in the head, bro, with the Yasuo ban. They are afraid of caps going Navori Quickblade or what? So what's happening now with Lucian and Smolder? Are those the bans? And then they're gonna make Raho play Tristana.
Something as short range as Callista, you really need to be able to pull the trigger and
Skarner ban.
But if you make a mistake against
I think not picking jungle there makes things awkward. But maybe Ike just wants to play Jarvan in this game for the Galio setup, Vi for the setup, Viego for the setup.
top lane, we will see that same be true. Sejuani, another kind of long range option to potentially you can just keep G2 at arm's length.
But Weibo's thinking about mid bans right now. I think.
Vi ban
I thought G2 making
for the Vi Galio combo.
have to raise questions.
Right now, Weibo Gaming feel comfortable because they will always have a mid laner that can dodge the Jarvan, so they are chilling.
Jungle pool is getting pinched at
I think there's gonna be Yike on Viego, no? Yike on Viego, guys?
Top in jungle. Galio can do a decent amount, but usually
There's also something that is lurking here is Nocturne Orianna. Is G2 gonna ban Nocturne? Because Nocturne on 4 can come.
Jarvan, maybe?
Nocturne on 4, guys?
obviously feels
For
good.
Weibo Gaming?
I think G2 was thinking about the Vi ban themselves, but once Weibo decided to do it, they've removed one of
Does
the-
Weibo pivot to Nocturne here on 4?
You imagine mid lane's going to be saved for last, so we should see a jungler come through now. Sejuani is a possibility. Maybe even Ivern. Perhaps it's a little bit too much on the...
Ah!
We talked about the Maokai earlier.
I couldn't believe the Maokai looking. I couldn't believe it.
You are now kind of looking at maybe an AD mid laner. If they go for AP...
Nocturne
there's
Orianna?
a lot of magic
G2?
damage on the side of Weibo. Galio
Nocturne
is not
Orianna?
ideal. But, like, I guess it's going to be a Tristana.
I think it has to be a Galio top at this point.
Ah!
This would be bold.
That would be interesting. Drawing some inspiration from
The Tristana takeaway? No! Oh!
Orianna instead going to be the
Yes!
option here. So
Yes!
we need AD.
Yes! The top villain! The top villain!
Disrupting the long range threat.
I think... Yes, villain!
We've been seeing at the World Championships.
Oh, yeah.
Utilize Nocturne.
I think there was no better way to describe it than to show my reaction again real time. I think G2 fucking brilliantly cooked the draft, guys. They brilliantly fucking cooked the draft. I think their gameplay was fucking marvelous too, but I do have some feedback for G2. Hansama over posturing after Rel base. Okay, they used 3 flashes, that is what it is. He's sniffing for fucking chickens. He assumed Maokai started them, but he didn't. He went red golems. Alright. Let's continue. G2 securing 6 grubs was fucking marvelous too. We had the BB solo bolo, like he solo boloed Breathe, which was fucking hype as fuck, bro. Breathe has had a tournament on him, bro. The Poppy game, the Galio game, like he's fucking been chilling, bro. I like it so much. G2 pushed him out. Look at that economy, bro. He's chovying 10 CS per minute, caps. He has Hextech Revolver for the fight, which is of course the deciding factor here. He plays from the dick push, gives Crisp the Bob Marley crispy, boom boom, love tap. 30% HP is gone. He gets the Q on him too. BB is hovering. Marvelous, bro. Beautiful. I like it. They go into top side to trade sides and they can't dive Galio because he has flash on. Really good map. Movement here from G2 committing to top side. Rumble ulted 1 wave, but the tempo is too slow. I think that you know, the Galio just being there on bottom side, they can't really trade side. BBK being so fed and being able to clear minion waves is so good, bro. Very, very nice, man. I like that a lot. G2 is completely frying here, bro. They cross into bottom side and then they do find Caps here, but look how stone cold Caps is, bro. He doesn't even fucking use flash. They are chilling. They are walking away from it. Dangerous move here from Caps, but he gets away, so no harm done. G2 commits all the way into bottom side. And then here, you see that Mickey is trying to cross to defend this boy. He's trying to make sure that Caps can defend mid-turret by spotting people. Maybe there's a world where Mickey dies here, but this would be a good death, right? Mickey dying here would be a good death because they need minimum 2 people to kill him, which means that maybe, just maybe, Caps can defend that mid-wave, and that's huge. But here, Crisp flashes, and they hide it from the camera. Thank God they did, because Breathe is looking away. All of us are looking away. Crisp misses the E, and Caps gets the wave and hovers into top side. Beautiful. They take full bot turret. Caps doesn't die, still has flash. Hansama bases. Fucking magnifique, baby. Magnifique, dude. G2 is completely fucking... They're peppering, bro. They're peppering this game. They get the mid turret 2 of the posture. They manage to clear 3 tier 1s in the span of 15 minutes. Gold economy is looking gorgeous. I was saying it. Jaho was looking flaccid here when he was looking and hitting the turret. Not that great. Now the main thing is, Weibo Gaming understood, guys. Weibo Gaming understood that they cannot walk on any waves. They have to respect Nocturne at all times. And Weibo Gaming did a very good job of doing so. The main thing that G2 missed is that if Jin is not walking on the neutrals, I need them to make sure that Caps can push all the way. Caps needs to respect the enemy champions too because of Maokai ult and so forth. I think it's very important that the Nocturne and the Rel commit all the way into topside to hover for Caps so he can push and farm perma. Because Caps' farm right now, he's 20 CS ahead, but see as it goes down. Caps is overgrouping on the mid wave, which I don't like. Here it's fine because Drake is spawning. It's a separate play, right? I think that here it's very bad that G2 take the fight on 2 fronts. It's very important that they let, of course, the Nocturne and the Rel do the play. Right now, all G2 need to do is hold the line. Love is in always on time because Yike and Mickey are covering and going for the Zhao, who don't like the split fight here. Made me nervous. Walking into the Rumble, red carpet. This is not Hollywood, baby. Walk away. They could have chilled. And then Zhao here, he was in danger. Yai kills him, but of course Caps is down now too. I don't like this, not good fight. Take it easy. You can do better than this, G2. Very sloppy. They walk away, not that big of a deal. They use some sums. They get, you know, they get what they came for in the end, which is the Drake. Just chill. Now, I want them, if they light with no Jin flash, right? I tell you this, all the people out there, the comms can never be, we should kill Jin. Let's try to kill Jin. Let's try to fucking kill Jin. Let's attack Jin. Jin has no flash. Let's fucking attack him. I don't like that. You need to say, let's contest mid-wave. If Jin goes, we're going to attack him. If he's not in the mid-wave, let's progress into top side. Because right now, Caps is bleeding. Caps is bleeding right now. Caps, look at that farm, he's bleeding. Here he's hovering, okay. But let's re-enter Caps into top side. All right? They lose that farm as well because they had to double TP back to the Drake, right? But let's make sure Caps farms topside. Let's help him re-enter. Let's go with Rel and Nocturne. Let's help him re-enter. We still have Nocturne ult. Let's make sure that Caps still is steady farming. Very important. In these pockets, Galio is now hovering. He almost has Nocturne ult. You know, almost has Galio ult, sorry. I think this could be a situation where G2 could do well. Maybe they're afraid because Caps has no flash, which could make sense too. But they get the farm, not that big of a deal, right? Galio is hovering with ult, and now Galio is going back on the bottom side. Now, once again, Caps is on mid wave while we're sacking that top. We are looking to, like, the enemy team, look how far away they are. They are too scared. Light has no flash. They're not going to walk on the mid wave. So let's re-enter top side, sweep the vision, and let's make sure that Caps keeps farming. Because look at that CS lead. It's all of a sudden disappeared, and the economy of Caps has gotten worse. I think with the advantage of Light having no flash and them having this combo, they should have made sure the Caps kept farming top, deny the vision, keep farming top, because Kalista has momentum. After pushing the mid wave, can always hover. And I think if there's a fight happening on top side, they're chilling. But once again, I think looking at this, right, I think the main thing they were scared of is that Rumble has TP. Right? They were scared of the Rumble TP. But Galio pushed all the way bot, and then he can just hover with his ultimate, right? I think this is the detail that I think I would have wanted. I think the extended fight where they lost flash and both TPs was very bad in terms of their economy. These are mistakes that G2 can't make against better teams and in worse draft conditions. Them having to TP back to the Drake, losing the top wave, and then Galio not having TP, them having to respect Rumble TP, and them trying to overforce on the Jhin on mid wave was not the way, you know? Because if the enemy plays correct and don't want to die, you gotta have the next step in line, because Jhin was just backing off and taking it easy, right? I think the Weibo Gaming played a smart game, smart defensive game, considering the position in the game, because right now they're in a losing position. Them winning a fight is completely unrealistic. So they're inviting G2 to make mistakes. We continue. Here, I didn't like the fact that G2 is contesting chickens. Right now, Galio is pushing. That's okay. I think this play ended up fine because Breathe uses TP. And there's no play, but he's TPing off of the fact that he expects his Leon ult to be good, right? I think this is very dangerous. This is something that could go wrong in my mind. I'm very scared when I see this shit. We continue. Here as well. Right now, Rumble TP'd. Weibo Gaming are praying that they get something happening here. They can just walk. So weird Riftmaker's meta first pick Galio, I don't understand. First of all, there was no first pick Galio. Galio was used as a match into Rumble. And to my surprise, when I looked this up, I'm going to show you. Look at this. Galio. So basically, this is not real. Basically, this build is just, the numbers are crazy. And we know already that G2, they are low analytics gamers, bro. They are low analytics gamers. They like this shit, bro. When they see shit like this, they like it, bro. They when they see a champion that has done so well for so long, bro, they get intrigued, bro. They get intrigued. They say, how can we utilize this, bro? How can we use this? And I love that idea about them. They did the same with the Zac. They did the same with other champs, you know. You know, it's fun, you know. It's super cool, you know. And they found out that this champion can do very well against Rumble. Let's see Rumble. Let's see if this is something that has commonly showed up or if this is their own baking and cooking. So Rumble top, I don't think that he has enough games against Galio, guys. Not enough games against Galio. Maybe if we do the search like this, Rumble versus Galio. 48% win ratio for Rumble. I think the sample size is very small. There we have it. 42% win ratio at 600 games. You're looking versus Galio mid, not top. That is fair. Let me press that. 46% at 65. There's too little of a sample size. This was just some home cooking. Some home cooking, guys. All right. We go back to the G2 Weibo game. So this made me nervous because I think the idea in itself is really cool. Kalista's hitting, and then this champion, sample size regardless, is solo queue. Solo queue matters. Solo queue matters. If you think that solo queue is not a good place of gaining inspiration, I think that you're missing out on many opportunities. Obviously, you don't fucking go and say, alright guys, the best draft right now in 14-18. Pick Galio mid no matter what. And then to fucking pick a 2-deer jungle. And then the guys are cartons. No. That's not what it is, you know? It's just a question of finding inspirations and looking at outliers, you know? You have to find outliers. You just have to find outliers. I think you get a lot of exposure to many ideas, and the sample sizes are massive in solo queue. But sometimes even scrims can give you delusion. Nevertheless, G2 vs Weibo. Here, Kalista's hitting Drake. Galio's like, yo, Rumble has no TP. I can push bot and hit tier 2 for free. Let's see what's up. And here, G2 are just over posturing. Like, they already have information. And if they have information, that's fine. I think they just needed to walk a little bit away. But Weibo, they punish well because they know Galio's on bot wave. We're gonna snap here, right? It's a good move from Weibo Gaming. This is a good punish. G2 are trying to sniff with their big nose, and they're trying to get information. But here, I think the information was not so necessary because they got it from before because of the blue trinket, you know? So there's that. This could have been a lot worse, of course. And Weibo Gaming, at least G2 get tier 2 bot, tier 2 mid. Still think that the draft of Weibo is quite weak, and the fact that G2 have mid third alive helps them a lot. Here in this spot, this made me a little bit nervous because Chisana collected tier 2 top for free. And now I think that the engage here on Breathe is very nice with the combo because they know he has no flash. They want to one-shot him. But I think that just BB plays is so beautiful. Look at this, guys. BB just W's over the wall, gets both carries, and then the E on Xiaohu, CC chain, they cancel the Tristana W, she has to flash instantly, she walks away, BB buys time, Mickey survives, they manage to get the kill on Crisp Light. I think here, I think the G2 scared me a little bit when they fucking, they went the other direction, this fucking scared me, but in the end it worked out just fine. I think BB on the Galio was fucking splendid, bro, splendid. I think it's so helpful in this meta to have like a tankier top laner because of the whole swap situation. Like if your top laner is tanky and you have bot push, it's kind of OP. I think that that's why I thought Kisanta is going to have the highest presence. Legit. I thought that people are going to pick pushing bots. I thought that Kalista would be fucking showing up every game or banned. And then I thought that people are going to pick tanks top, damage junglers, damage mids, and I thought that in swaps, these tanks are just gonna fucking chill, you know? Because I think that in these games, right, it's like he played Poppy, he played Galio. I think it gives him a lot of momentum and good details, you know? Yeah, BB, of course, he kind of ended his W, but it's okay. It's okay. His timing was just really off. His adrenaline was pumping after he fucking smurfed the fight, you know? But G2 won this game. I think G2, bro, G2 across the board, I think they're playing really fucking good, bro. I think that, you know, they had some slip-ups, you know, that were covered by how strong their draft is. But this is in the right direction, you know? Just clean up that fucking fight, and I think that game will be so much easier. They don't need to fucking fight like that. Because it's kind of scary to think in BO1s if that's the way they would lose a game. Because that was definitely, like, losable. This win is more legit than last year's, for sure, yeah, for sure. Alright, I think that's it, guys. I think that's the rundown. Let's track people in solo queue. People, are there any questions? I guess people maybe wonder my thoughts on Bilibili. I don't know. It's weird because I think a lot of it is tied in their meta read. Like this, like obviously Ari and Jax are fantastic champions for them, but the Poppy and Jin just look out of place for me. I think that the LNG game as well, I think that the meta read was awful. Keep in mind here, like, enemy first speaks Vi, and Mad Lions respond with Syndra. Ain't no way, bro. That ain't the way. Like, Yone is open in this entire project here. Yone is open. And then they continue with the same line of logic in this one. Oriana first pick when Rumble, Nocturne, Yone. It's like they are just adapting so slowly, bro. So fucking slow. And then they get to this one. T1 is in the loop. Yone, Aurora, Smolder ban. These are bans that we're gonna see very often on red side in this tournament. And they first pick Ari. They snap Narvi, and then they go to Silas as their comfort pick. You know? So it's like where Billy is in their head on their draft is it's very, very strange. World Sim. Alright, fuck up this tunnels. Live bracket. Alright. Let's lock in Team Liquid and Mad Lions. Lock in. Oh my days. Oh my days. Rewind the tape. Rewind the tape, bro. We're gonna press these. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. We like that. Ooh. Yeah, honestly, Fnatic, it's okay. Just die for the culture, bro. Mad Lions and Fnatic, we disown you, bro. It's done. It's okay. I want Team Liquid to get another chance, bro. This is good. We keep this. We keep this case. G2, How Alive, top. Weibo, TL, Billy, lock in. T1, Billy. Oof. 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 Actually, no. Go back. Team Liquid beat Damon, bro. Team Liquid beat Damon. Team Liquid beat Damon. We change. Change. Team Liquid beat Damon. Their logo being blacked out here is confusing me, bro.